Verse number 30, an excellent verse which talks about the external attributes of Mahavishnu, where we can see different references have been given, how he is exhibited, how he is known to us, what are the forms by which we can see him. And still, we can also identify him through the radiance, the rays, and everything. So, those are all the references what have been given by through the words of Bhishmacharya to the Yudhishthira. So, the verse goes like this: Ojas Tejo Judidaraha Prakashatma Prathapanaha Ruddha Spashtaksharo Mantraha Chandramsur Bhaskarat Dvitihi. I will repeat: Ojas Tejo Judidaraha Prakashatma Prathapanaha Ruddha Spashtaksharo Mantraha Chandramsur Bhaskarat Dvitihi. So we will decodify these namas one by one to understand the attributes referred by Vedavyasa in these namavali, especially with this verse. So Shankaracharya takes Ojas Tejo Juditara as one nama. So he considers that as one nama, where the segment goes in a three different ones. So you can split that one nama into three: Ojas, Tejas, Jyutihi. Ojas, Tejas, and Jyutihi. What is Ojas? A beautiful concept which comes from Ayurveda, basically, where it talks about the vital strength. Basically, we say, in one simple way to define, it's a inner vital strength, Ojas. But that does mean only that. But Radha Krishna Shastrigal, who is considered to be one of the Ayurvedic Vaidya who has practiced for a long time, he gives a beautiful understanding for Ojas. He says, it is within the womb which starts. So the Ojas starts from the womb of the mother, from where it gains. So from where it gains all the Ojas, that is the vitality, the virility, what is needed. Okay? How does it get? Through all the rasas supplied by the mother, through what she consumes, what she thinks, what she gets, her body's rasayanas and all those things, which goes hand in hand with her, with the child also. So that is being supplied there. Okay. So just from there it starts. And the moment the child comes out, and what happens? Whatever it intakes, whatever the food is being given to the child, that which mixes with all the different dhatus. So we know that there are 7 dhatus in our body. So mixing with the 7 dhatus, with the prana shakti, prana, which forms your ojas. That's what he says, which gives you the ojas. So ojas is something as a inner vitality or the virility, what one gets it. So it's an inherent strength, inherent vitality that happens within the body. So it is called ojas. So the next one is called tejas, tejomaya. We say tejas. Tejas means what? How do we refer to tejas? When we see certain people, we say his face looks radiant. His face looks so tejas, tejomaya. So that means what? If there is a shine, there is a glowing shine in their face. Okay? So that is basically what we talk about tejas. Also, Adi Shankara refers to this as not only the shining which is through the body physically, also through the attribute, through the character, through his reputation, through the fame, is also Tejas. Not that you look good, but all what the deeds what you do is all wrong. Then it is not Tejas. So he says it is including your characters and attributes, what you exhibit also. So not only just looking good, also what you exhibit. That's why charmingness, what we talk about, the charismatic leader. Charisma is not only just looking at a physical form from the physical attribute. It should also percolate into the attributes what they externally show, how they behave, what is their mental capacity, what is their mental attribute. All those things counts as tejas. So tejas means more and more of a power by which they always come out. And also it talks about that is how you can even win over your enemies because of your tejas. All right. So ojas, tejas, and dvitihi. Dvitihi means the beautiful radiant shine what you have in your face. Okay, so the body, which is very much as a radiant, shining radiant, the physical body which becomes more radiant. How does the radiance come? As long as your inner avayas, that is, your inner organs are intact, vitally they are working, and they don't show any other thing. Not only that, your mental attitude and mental attributes are also good. So, whatever you trigger in your mind is also good. All sattva which goes into your body, that makes your body radiant. So when we talk about Ojas, Tejas, Jyutihi, all the three represents not only the physical side of the body, but also all your mental things. Okay, your characters, the way you exhibit, everything gets into that. So Vishnu Mahadeva, when you talk about Rama or Krishna, they were considered to be the excellent radiant. By seeing the face of the Krishna, everyone is attracted. By seeing the face of the Rama, everyone is attracted. Not because of only just because he looks very charming. Not that. Because of their attributes also, which counted for them. So that is why we say Ojas Tejo Juditaraha means all the three putting together, which is more as a self-effulgent radiance which comes out due to their physical and also their mental ideas. So that is basically what they talk from this Nama, which is called Ojas Tejo Juditaraha. The next one is called Prakashatma. Prakasha Atmaha. Who is considered to be Prakasha? One who is known. Prakash means what? One who is seen, one who is known, one who is very open, very radiant. One can be seen clearly, right? If I am not sure, how do we say it? Outshines. So if you are in the group of in a class group, right? So say for example, if you are among the 40 people, you are just there. You don't even, you shy out, you don't talk, you don't mingle. You are not Prakasha. So who prakashas, who comes out, who brings out their own ideas, who wants to participate? It's not about the interaction. It's about all the attributes what you show. That makes you prakasha. So the nature, that means becomes you become more known to the others, right? You become known to others. You give them the necessary one, what has to be done. Yeah. So this is why we say he is known nature. So in one of the episode in Mahabharata, especially in the Udyoha Parva, when Krishna comes as a messenger. Okay, so he visits the Indra, the Hastinapuram as a messenger, and he's a messenger for Pandavas, right? So he wants to convey the message that Pandavas need the Rajya because they have completed whatever the condition you have made. So they are ready now. They are ready to take up the kingdom. But Duryodhana was not interested to give. So because of the advice of Shakuni, and then he ill treats, the way that whatever he can do all the ill treatments, the way that he can, speak very ill about the Pandavas and all those things he does. And he says, not even a single place I'm going to give them, and even the single drop, even if you just put a drop of a needle, even that land itself I'm not going to give. So all those statements have been given to him, given by the Duryodhana. So that time Dhritarashtra was also in the kingdom. He says, son, don't talk like that. But he is blind because of his son's affection. And also he keeps quiet whatever is happening there in the kingdom. So on a moment, Krishna blesses Dhritarashtra to have a vision for few seconds, to see him. So he's asking, what is happening in the kingdom? What is happening in the kingdom? I don't know what is happening right now. Because I cannot see, I don't know what is happening in the palace, right? Because there were two talks going on, and the Duryodhana is talking something, and this they are responding something. So he didn't know what is happening. So Dhritarashtra is trying to call out, saying that anyone can you help me? What is happening? What is happening? I don't know. I'm poor blind man. I can't see. Krishna says, I am giving you a vision for a few seconds. Look at me. Look at me. Then he stands with a beautiful Vishwarupa Darshanam. So he just stands like that. This guy just opens his eyes. He cannot see him. It is big, big, effulgent, radiant, the ball of fire, what is standing in front of him. So he can't even see that the great radiance. And he says, oh, my eyes are paining for me. I can't even see this radiance. I have to close my eyes. Right? And then he starts closing. See, even the God grants you the vision, you are not able to even see the God. So this is the fate. This is the karma. Sometimes it happens. So Dhritarashtra gets that. And on that note, but he recognizes, he realizes that it is the God who is standing in front. He says, Tvameva Pundarikakshaha Sarvam Jagat Prabhu. Tvameva Pundarikaksha Sarvam Jagat Prabhu. Tasmat te Yadava Sreshta Prasadham Kartum Arhasi. I am just going to you. I understand that you are the greatest. Right? I can understand that you are the greatest. Tasmat Yadava Sreshtaga. You are the head of Yadava. I am just going to you. So what he says? Pundarikaksha. So, oh lotus-eyed person, Pundarika, protector of this world, right? So you are the greatest effulgent who is standing in front of you. So why this has been said here? Because Prakashatma, even the blind can understand 1 minute. Even the blind can realize if the Paramatma has a will, he can even make the blind to have a vision, to witness the things. So, Prakashatma. So that is why he is called Prakashatma. The next one is called Pratapanaha. Pratapam. Pratapam means a person who has victory over his own enemies. Okay, who has killed all his, who has slayed his own enemies. So no one can stand in front of him. He is a mighty person with all the mighty attributes. Correct? So when Arjuna talks about all the great qualities of the opponent team, the Kauravas, he says, oh, Bhishmacharya is with all this, he has the Icha Mrityu. My own teacher, Drona, my other teacher, Kripa, my other person, his own son, Ashwatthama, greatest warriors on the other side of Karna and everyone. How I am going to wage war? All these people are my own relatives. They are all greatest people, experts. How I am going to do? So then Krishna takes a Vishwarupa Darshan and says, everything is from my side, Arjuna. Everything is what I am doing. You are just an instrument in front of me. So understand what is the Pratapa here. Are you don't need to kill them. I have already killed them. see my teeth, he says. The entire Gaurava Sena is just, they are stinging to his own teeth and their heads are crushed and they are just, trying there as mighty little tiny thoughts. Krishna showed him in the Vishwarupa. The entire Kaurava side, they were all gone. So they were all crushed. Their heads are crushed, and they are just stinging to the teeth of the Krishna. And he showed they have already been killed by me. So what you need to do? Physically, you have to go and wage the war as an instrument to me. Just put the arrows, finish them. Physically, that's it. But they have already been killed by me. So you are not going to do it. So I am the doer. So that is what we say, Pratapanaha. He doesn't have any enemies. All the enemies are crushed in front of him. So this is why we say it is a gap. It is why, that is one of the reasons why we say the Krishna and the ability of Krishna, is especially when it comes to the enemies, he bashes them every. Rutaha, Pratapanaha, Rutaha, Rutaha. What does it mean? He is full, wholesome in the aspect. So you can't say that he is having some limitation in certain things. You know what I mean? Human beings have limitations. We do have limitations in many of the aspects. If you are good in writing, sometimes you may not be good in speaking. If you are good in speaking, sometimes you may not be good in writing. If you have patience, you don't have other things. So there are only few characters which will exhibit super in all some of the combination, but still they have a weakness. Human beings do have a weakness. So that means you are not complete. You are not purnaha. The wholesome is not seen. So who is whole? Who is whole? Only Paramatma is holistic. Paramatma is holistic. Right? So for him, everything is there. You ask him, he is like a super departmental store. He has every stock. You ask him knowledge, yes. Wisdom, yes. Bhakti, yes. Vairagya, yes. Aishwarya, yes. Whatever you ask, he is ready to give. So he is like a person who has everything in his life. That's why he is considered to be a holistic person. Whole. He is always in a holistic way. Right? So that is what we say Riddha. So next verse is called Spashta Aksharaha. It's called Charaha, Aksharaha. Charam means that which depreciates. Chara means depreciation. Aksharaha means that which not depreciate, which will not diminish. Okay? Charatihi, that which depreciate. Okay, charati, that which depreciates. Aksharaha, that which not depreciate. That's why letters are called as aksharam. Why letters are called aksharam? Because once you write, it is not going to diminish because it has the value. If you write A and you spell it out, A is A is A. Am I right? So it doesn't go. The value doesn't go. The value is there. It is conveyed when you see the letter. Same way when you utter a word or utter a letter, the value with the meaning is coming out. It's not diminished. So it is there. Unless you are going with a sandhi. Even for the sandhi, it conveys a different word, a different meaning. So the word and the value is always there. So it is called as an aksharam. Spashta aksharaha. Very clear. Spashtaksharaha. Very clear. Very clearly see. So what is Spashtaksharaha? Very simple, easy reference. Adi Shankara says the reference is clearly the Pranavanada. Pranavam is the Spashtam. Pranavam is the base. Omkaranada. Right? Omkara Bindu Samyuktam. So we always say it is a Bindu. Why we say Omkara Bindu Samyuktam? What is the Samyuktam there? What are the Samyuktam there? That is the Shiva Shakti Aikya Swarupam, which is Omkara. So that is called Samyukta. That which has a junction. It is a junction. So Spashtaha. So Adi Shankara says it is Omkara, the Pranava, the supreme one, the sound, because without Pranava you can't utter any mantra, right? So if you want to do a mantra japam, or you want to do a mantra as an Ashtotaram, what do you say? Say, for example, you want to do for a Mahalakshmi mantra, Ashtotaram. Om Prakrite Namaha, Om Vikrite Namaha. So without Om, you don't say. Because Pranava has to be added. So when you add the Pranava, then Adi Shankara says, Are, the moment you add the Pranava, it becomes Pashta Akshara. Because it vibrates with the Prapancha. Because the Pranava is nothing but the Mula of the Prapancha. Right? It is sound of this Prapancha. So that's why he says it is the very, very important one. So one who can chant the Pranava. See, even the reference was given from Bhagavad Gita here. Beautiful, beautiful sentence. These are all the things which you need to understand. So Lord Krishna says, one who chants my name, that is even the Pranavam, and leaves his body at the time of the death, and remembering me, he will come to my abode. He will come to my abode. So beautiful guarantee given by Krishna. Through the words of Krishna, who is telling that? Vyasacharya is giving that word. So it is very clear that he says that you utter his name, you think his name. There is a story of Ajamilan, right? So Ajamilan was a king. He was considered to be a king who was not even, he was living with all the materialistic pleasures and bhogas and everything. He was not even doing any namajapam or nothing else. He was only doing his own kingdom services and all those things. Only interested in expanding his own kingdom. Only interested in getting more treasure and all those things. But he had one son. He had one son who is going to be the successor for him. His name is called Narayana. The only good thing that what he has made is he has made his son's name Narayana. So at the deathbed, this guy is going to die. So in that time, he wants to say something to his own son. So what happened? All of a sudden, he called his son Narayana, and then he died. See the way. This is the story from Bhagavatam itself. This is not the story made by me. It is there in the Bhagavatam. So now what happens? So he died. So Yamatudas are coming, and as per the Sanatana Dharmam, the Yamatudas are coming and they want to take him. Meanwhile, there are other messengers who are coming. And they said, they summoned the Yamatuda, hey, come on, get out. Why? Who are you? We are coming from Vaikunta. Why? Because at the deathbed, he uttered our Narayana, large name. So he has to be taken to Vaikunta. So even at the deathbed, when he is uttering the Nama, then what happens? He was considered to be the Bhakta of Vishnu. So he has been taken to the abode of Vaikunta. Now the question is, whether can one fellow even do all the nonsense, but at the end, can he do this like this? But understand, Ajamilan was not doing nasty things. He was interested in materialistic pursuit. That's it. Not illegal things. He was like other Rajas to expand his Rajya. He was like other Raja to get the treasure so that he can give it to his people. So only thing is he never devoted himself to the God. So at the moment, he just even uttered the name, even in his mind, He was not thinking, but he just called out his son's name, who is Narayana. That itself has given him the prosperity of going and be with the Vaikunta. Means if we think of Lord at the last moment, we can understand where we will land. So this is not from my statement. This is the statement given by Krishna, the Gitacharyan itself. At least at the end, you just call me out. So Mahavishnu says, I will be there. You will reach my abode. It's a beautiful statement, a very positive statement for us, saying that you will reach Vaikuntha. Spashta Aksharaha. Beautiful. The next one is called Mantraha. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What is Mantraha? Manaha Trayati Iti Mantraha. Definition given by Satya Sai Baba. Manaha Trayati Iti Mantraha. That which churns your mind. That which churns your mind, turns, twists. That which makes you think about it, repeat, 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 repeat. You're stuck. Your mind is stuck. Manaha Trayati Iti Mantraha. You get that. Right? You get that note. So you get all the importance what you want from that. So what is the impact what you are creating here? That one word or a one nama which can give you that highest above. Correct? So that's why we say it is called mantra. So there are in Vaishnava Sampradaya. In Vaishnava Sampradaya, Vaishnavas means those who are considered to be those who the Pundrikam in their forehead. So they are considered to be Vaishnavas. In Tamil Nadu, we call them as Ayyangars. Okay. And also there are Madhvacharyas and Vasishtadvaitam who follows the Ramanujachari, or who also have the Madhvachari Matam. They are considered to be Vaishnavas. So either they follow Dvaitam or Vasishtadvaitam, they are considered to be the Vaishnavas. For Advaita, for us, everything is same. For us, Hari and Haraha, Harasaptaha, Harihi, Haridhatuhu, Haraha. So this is what Adi Shankara has interpreted. So if you say Hara, it includes Hari. If you say Hari, Hari Shabdaha includes Haraha. So that's why it says there is no difference between Hari or Haraha. So it is all the same. That is what the Advaita talks about, Adi Shankara's teaching. But for Vaishnava Sampradayam, there is one thing called Charma Slokam. What is Charma Slokam means? These are the slokas given to you by an Acharyan. And Acharya Mukhena, they give this Charma Slokam for you to chant. This is like a mantrobadesam given by them. They will give it an aksharam. Ashtaksharam, not Shadaksharam. Ashtaksharam they give. Shadaha means 6. Ashtaksharam is 8. Om Namo Narayanaya Namah. So they give you that Ashtaksharam and then they will also give this Charma Slokam for you to chant. There are so many Charma Slokas. They say 3 different Charma Slokas in that. One of the Charma Sloka is from Varaha Puranam. From the Varaha Puranam. So let me read the Charma Slokam. At least let us listen to the Charma Slokam. See, once who becomes the Dasana Dasan of the Vaishnava, once he receives it in his ears through the Karna. So what happens? He becomes much more devoted to the Vishnu. So the slokam goes like this. Charma Slokam. Chitta Manasi Suswaste Sarire Satiyo Nara Dhadhu Samye Stite Tam Smarta Vishwarupancha Mamajham Tatastham Mriyamanam tu Kashta Bhashanah Sannibam Aham Smarami Mad Bhaktam Nayami Paramam. What does this mean? A beautiful understanding. So if you understand the meaning of it, it is really an excellent one for us to understand. For this is given in Varaha Purana, one of the avatar of Vishnu. Okay, a man who, when in his mind as in a normal being state, normally you are hale and healthy, normally you are active, you are running here and there, right? So in that status, all your avayas, all your dhatus and everything is in a normal condition. You're in a perfect equipoise. Your mind is not confused or anything. The perfect equipoise. One who meditates on me in this world with their own body. And see the statement, what is given by the Varahamurti, will not have any birth because of any karma bandham. What does it mean? One who, with all his perfect equipoise, with all his mind clear, is meditating on Varahamurti, will not have any karma bandha, no birth. And he gives one more statement there, one more extent. He says, the Varaha Rupa, Varahamurti says, even that man at the end of this life, when he lies like a log of a wood, when he lies like a log of a wood or a piece of a stone somewhere in his dying moment, see that beautiful word. He says, I think about that devotee. He doesn't need to think about me. So Varahamurti says, I think about him. He doesn't need to think because I know that he cannot. But when he was good, he has thought about me. That itself is good. I will think when even if he is in the dying moment, I will come. I think about him and I will lead him to the supreme abode. This is called as the Charama Slokam of Varaha Pranam. So what does it mean? The God, the ultimate superior Paramatma can come and rescue. But one thing, when we are good, please let us do the Namasmaranam. Let us think about him. Anusanthanam. Let me think as a Nididhyasam. Let me think about him every second, every moment. Whatever is been bestowed by him, whatever he has given, let us count our blessings. Let us live with that prosperity. Let us be always positive in thinking about it. That each and every second, cherish him, cherish him, cherish him. Think, oh, God has given this opportunity. Oh, God has given this good members. Oh, God has given me the good friendship. Oh, God has even showed me a text called Vishnu Sahasranamam to my life. Think about this way. How many people at this time, at this moment, will be sitting and studying about Vishnu Sahasranamam? Is it possible? Right? There could be people's gathering here. There could be people for social gathering. There could be people sitting on the social media network. There are people watching films, watching movies. I'm not saying wrong about it. But in spite of that, our Krishna, our Lord, has made our mind to sit here to listen this Vishnu Sahasranama. Means it is the grace of Him. See, in Bhagavad Gita very clearly says, Bhagavatam also very clearly says, without my grace, no one is going to understand this or no one is going to touch this my text. Clear? No one. Without my grace, he says, Krishna says, without my grace, you are not going to touch. You will take the book, you will go through it, page to page, page to page, page to page, nothing will go into you. You will not even understand a single word. But with bhakti, if you just touch, even the Vishwam word will show you superlative way of understanding for you because it is his bhakti which makes you to understand. It's his grace. So that's why we have to cherish each and every second. That's what he says. Even if you are like a log or a stone in the dying moment, don't worry because you have thought about me when you are in a good position. I think about you and then I will take you to my abode. What a positive statement. What a positive statement. Right? There is one more Charama slogan. They say, Sarvadharmana Parityaja Mam Ekam Charanam. Aham Tvam Sarva Papeshu Moksheshyami Machucha. Aham Tvam Sarva Paptoham Moksheshyami Machucha. That means what? So, don't worry about all the other dharmas. Just surrender yourself to me. Mam ekam charanam braja. So what I will do? I will get rid of all your sins. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. And what I will grant you? Mokshishyami machuchaha. I will grant you liberation. I will grant you the realization. I will give you the self-realization. What is the ultimate what you need in your life? Moksha ishyami. Why? That will be given by me. Then he says, Arjuna, don't worry, don't fear. That is why even Krishna has said, why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? Because he is the granter. He is the fellow who can grant you the moksha. Right? This is what it says as mantra. When you say mantra means what? That one single word should churn you. That one single statement should churn you. The one single word, verses should churn you again and again. You should be stuck like a record. Your mind should always think about that one single word again and again and again and again and again. Keep on repeating it in your mind. For anything, anytime, anywhere you go, it comes to you automatically without anyone saying it, without any persistence. So this is very, very important. That's what it says as mantra. Your mind is so tuned, right? So that is where important for us to understand mantra to cleanse. Right? He beautifully says, we all brush our teeth. Do we brush our mind? We brush our teeth, yes, early morning. Do we brush our mind? So what is the best way that you can brush? Meditation. How do you meditate? His shabda, whatever the alphabet given to you as a mantra. See, you need a mantra. What is mantra called? In the transcendental meditation, they say mantra is the vehicle to make you to go down, settle down. You need that sound. Right? So it is important. It is very, very important that we need that shabda. Tasmad shabda pramana hai. The entire world is with shabda. Entire world and universe is filled with shabda hai. Akasho shabda hai. When you say the element of akasha, it is only shabda. But you see the next thing there. It's only shabda. So that's why we say it is very, very important to understand a beautiful mantra that which vibrates for us. So we need to find out a suitable, the best mantra which can churn you, which can take your inner focus, which takes your inward stroke. That's what Maharishi says, right? There is outward stroke and inward stroke, which we need an inward stroke. Take a right angle and dive deep. That's it. So you need that. So the mantra can help you with that. Chandra Amsuhu, the next one. Chandra Amsuhu. One who possesses the effulgent rays like the moon, Chandra, moon. So one who has the effulgent rays like the Chandra. Now when we say about the Chandra, we need to understand Chandra is cool. Sun is hot. We have two rays, right? Understand, we have two rays. Sun and the moon. Sun, can you say sun is so cool for me and then I'm standing in the sun? Especially let us wait for the summer. And let us hear what is the statement what we get from the paper. So hot, oh man, burning, it's like that and all. So sun is always hot. But no one complains about the moon. Moon is so hot. Moon is cool. So what does it mean? Why we refer the moon to the god? Because their grace is also sattvic. Because God is sattvic amsaha, one who possessed those type of effulgent rays like the moon. So Chandra is very, very important because he delights you through the shine. When you see the full moon, you get the rays falling on you. It's a very, very important one. That's why we say that you have to go and stand when there is a full moon, if possible. If it is really shining out, and if you can see the moon, just go and watch the moon. Look at the moon. Let the rays go through your body. Why? Very simply, they say through the even from the astrological point of view, every planet's vibrations are received by Chandra and reflected by Chandra to you. Every other planet. Remember, not the sun, except the sun, because sun gives you directly. But the moon, even though it's like a mirror, so what happens? All the lights from different planets are received by the Chandra and it reflects to us. So you have to receive all the planets' vibration. That's why we need to have the Chandra hair. So Chandra Amsuhu. The last one we say Bhaskara Dvitihi. Bhaskara Dvitihi. Bhaskara means who is Bhaskara? Sun. Dviti, the radiance, the effulgence of the sun. Now he's comparing. One is Chandra Amsuhu, which is cool. And also he says the second one, Bhaskara Dvitihi. That means he is also like a sun. Where he will be like a sun. When it comes to his own enemies, he is like a sun. Right? When there is his own enmity, then he will not tolerate. He will be like a son. So that's why we understand that. Okay. So this is very important for us. The concept what we need to understand. We need to understand. So he is like a Bhaskara. Very unique that he can be like a moon and also he can be like a sun. That's why they say the two eyes of the Vishnu is one is sun and another one is moon. And one of the person says his right eye is sun and his left eye is moon. And the commentator says why his left eye is moon? Is there a reason for that? He says one of the reason is because where is your heart? Heart is on your left side. And who stays in his heart? Lakshmi. Sri Vakshasaha. So Lakshmi is mother. The mother is always kind. So mother is always kind. So that side of the eye which is going to show is also definitely going to be cool. So the other eye will be always a hot one. So this is how we can see that there are two ways that you can understand. He can terrify one side, other side he can be very, very cooling, and then he will give you the excellent grace for us. So both are possible from the Vishnu. So these are all excellent namas where we can see that right from his physical. These are all more about the physical attributes, right? More about his physical attributes. But importantly, we understand is we need some nama japam, which we need to take up so that it will be like a protector for us. It will be like a forte for us so that you can be protected by all these namas. So anything comes to you, we do more vibrantly these namasmarana, which will take you out, help you to cross the ocean of samsara. So one of the way that we do the namasmaranam is through the Vishnu Sahasranamam, so that we keep on doing the chanting more and more, so that we can always understand this more and more, get closer more and more with the Mahavishnu, and let his grace flow through. Whatever prospects he can give us, let us shine, let him shine through us, and then let all of us surrender to him to be the instrument for whatever purpose he wants us to be there. So let us be an instrument to his mission, and he will flow through us and make the work done in this prapancha. So with that note, we will finish it today, and then we will go for the next verse and the next week. Hari Om Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। यदक्षरपदप्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतादेव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते। विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदबाधाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षम्यस्व महेश्वरः। अन्यदाचरणं नास्ति त्वमेव चरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष जनार्दन। हरिः ओं तत्सत् स्वस्ति प्रजाप्य प्रतिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाम् को ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। सर्वं श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। हरिः ओम्।